Can I get an amen for your milk in your cookie and it gets all soggy and soft? Hello, boys, this is Big Papa
and JP.
And today
we're finding out the dark secret of Oreos. Let's get reacting.
Pop quiz theorists, let me know your answer down in the comments. How do you eat your Oreo cookie? Do you A, just eat it like a normal cookie? What am I even talking about here? Do you B, dunk it in milk and nibble away the salt?
Boys, can I get an amen for your milk in your cookie and it gets all soggy and soft too soon? And your girlfriend complains that you're too fast even though she is the one who's too slow?
Amen, brother.
Amen!
Eat like a normal cookie, though. I don't get the people who like soggy fucking cookies.
Oh, I cannot say shit. I like to milk my cookie.
No, but I'm just saying, like, why would you dunk it, right, and eat it soggy? I'm not talking about fucking your girl, that's great. But I'm talking about cookies.
Don't you eat cereal?
No, you know I don't.
Yes, you do. You did last time in my house.
Yeah, but those cookies didn't get soggy. They were crunchy as fuck.
It wasn't cookies though.
Those cereals.
Yeah, dumb fuck.
Yeah, the name of the cereal is Crunch. They're made for crunch. Soggy cereal? Fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Let's play it.
Soggy portion of the cookie. Do you C, twist the cookie apart and eat it in pieces? Or D, black out and wake up 30 minutes later half naked on the floor covered in crumbs with 2 full sleeves of Oreos held unaccounted for?
God
Just
damn!
figured I'd ask, you know, for
God damn, man. What the fuck you doing with your cookies, though?
They're the obese people in America, you know? You forget it. Fuck that. Sorry, brother. You are the obese.
Yeah, I take up too much space, but yo, obesity in America, though?
Brazil, though, it's getting serious.
It's getting, but I don't see people walking around on scooters because they're too fat.
Yet.
And expecting people to think it's normal.
Bro, we don't have the money to walk to use scooters.
You know how
That's why.
To be that fat. Yeah.
friend. Me, I'm probably more of a C type of guy. Definitely C.
Too long.
Do you, when you're watching videos by yourself, skip the intros, the intro videos like this?
Sometimes, if it's lame, yes. Food theory, no.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, the show that's here to fill your brain with the most stuff. People often ask me, Pat, why do you want to ruin my childhood? Year after year, channel after channel, episode after episode, you go out of your way to undermine everything I love about Disney and Nintendo and now even Kool-Aid. Why?
Well, the video about
here's the truth,
Mario
friends.
being a
Sit
coffee.
closer and I'll tell you. Closer. I'm not trying. Theorists, I'm just a simple YouTuber who happens to follow
Yeah,
the
he's
facts
trying.
wherever they lead. Take today's episode as an example. I set out to make a pleasant little video about Oreo cookies. I really did. I stumbled across a fun fact about how Oreo spent a lot of money to make their cookies kosher back in the 90s. Harmless, right? I love Oreos. I love our food channel. I love the fact that our food channel allows me to buy things like
Seems
Oreos
good.
that I can write off on my taxes. And heck,
It's inclusion. They include the Jews so they can eat Oreos.
Yes. And not only that, me being kosher usually means there's no, how do I say this, cruelty, right? Attached to it.
I don't know. Not really big into religions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
Hopefully. Yeah.
I go fucking not vegan.
it sounded like an interesting topic, so naturally I looked into why Oreo would spend tens of millions of dollars on a recipe tweak when they were already the best-selling cookie in the world. And what I found is that
not
it
in Brazil.
wasn't just a business decision about
They're pretty new in Brazil.
Yes.
We actually still only have 2 flavors, and one of them just come recently.
I think we have more than 2.
Maybe at like very,
Vanilla?
very big
Oh,
supermarkets.
yes. What
like-
else did you do buy them?
Regular supermarkets. Like the biggest one around here, Zafari, only has 1 flavor. Sometimes
least-
it has the strawberry
I think
one.
2 or 3. Well, bro, there's vanilla. Everywhere I go,
never seen vanilla Oreos.
you ain't looking for it. But the big one here is Traquinas. It's humongous. It's in everybody's childhood.
Is
here.
it Nestle?
Huh?
Is Traquinas Nestle? No, it's
Nestle.
Selma Chips.
I don't know. I've never seen anybody talk about Traquinas outside of Brazil.
Yes. I only have on videos of people eating things from Brazil.
Yeah. See?
Bono is Nestle.
about dollars and cents, it was a personal vendetta. And from there, I just descended down into grocery store conspiracies and Big Cookie trying to smash Little Cookie into crumbles and a cover-up that's been decades in the making. Theorists, it turns out going kosher was Oreo's masterstroke in a century-old sandwich cookie feud. That's right, I said sandwich cookie feud. And I'm not so sure that Oreo's on the right side of this one either, because that sweet little fun fact about Oreos being kosher is, in fact, sandwiched between two dark, sinister secrets. So settle in, theorists, because while Oreo's
That did
cookies
not come out right. These videos are too well written.
He has a team behind his back.
Yeah, but they
Even
were-
even before, it was
Yes.
already good. Now imagine him with a team.
yes, he's the goat. I've
be
said this
kosher,
before.
their alleged
We're a-
business
we're a Matt
practices
fanboy.
haven't always been. It's time for Oreos to get dunked.
Yes.
On. Dunked on,
Don't-
as in
don't
dunked
dunk your
in
cookies.
the milk, but also dunked on in the. Anyway, it all begins
Dunk
a
your
long time
pastries.
ago. So here's how this whole cookie feud began. Back in the 1890s, brothers Jacob and Joseph Luce started a bakery
Dunk
together
your
in
toast,
Kansas.
dunk your sandwich. Not your cookie.
Please stop with the disgusting shit of putting chocolate inside your fucking sandwich.
That was when I was a kid. I'd still do it. But that was when I was a kid.
Bro, it was ham, cheese, chocolate.
Jelly and margarine.
How is dulce de leche in English? I don't think. I think they say dulce de leche.
Yeah.
That is in English, but dulce de leche is dulce de leche, which is a common thing around here in South America. He put it that too. Disgusting.
Yeah, I make a mix-up. But I did not dunk
Okay,
my...
real.
You know what this motherfucker made? He get some crackers, destroy them, put them in a glass,
Of
not
milk?
a glass, a cup with milk and chocolate milk, and mess it around, and it looked like fucking vomit. And he'd literally say, "I'm eating some vomit," and he thinks it's delicious.
No. It was cheap man cereal.
Disgusting.
You are disgusting. The mess you made it in the bathroom
From the
after the
first
sandwich.
spoon,
That was disgusting.
from the first spoon, the thing was soggy. First spoon already soggy.
No,
How
it
did you get
wasn't.
to the end? The end
It
was
was good. It was-
disintegrated. You were
Shut
eating
the fuck up. It was good.
disintegrated cookies.
I was a cheap man eating cheap man food. It was good. It was sweet. It made my day. It made me fat too. That's why I stopped.
City, Missouri. Jacob fell ill and went to Europe to recover. While he was away, Joseph used his seat on the company's board to take the company in a new direction and formed the National Biscuit Company, today known as Nabisco.
I've heard of that.
Jacob, the sick brother, was not happy about this decision, eventually recovered from his illness and returned to the States. He decided to get back into the cookie game, but not with Nabisco. Instead, Jacob started the Loose Wiles Biscuit Company with a new
Some
business partner, quickly
long
building it up to
name.
be the second largest bakery in the U.S. behind, you guessed it, Nabisco. A large part of that success came
A bro fight?
That sounds awesome.
Foreshadow.
in 1908 when the Loose Wiles Biscuit Company released the Hydrox Sandwich Cookie, a revolutionary dessert with 2 chocolate cookies and a cream filling. 4 years later, Nabisco would release the Oreo, and well, it was
Yes,
a rip-off
I was
of
gonna
the
say that. It's a
Hydrox, and
rip-off.
shameless one at that. Like, there is no beating
Yeah.
around the
But
bush
wait,
here,
wait,
my
wait,
friends.
wait, wait.
I mean, just
Like, Nabisco is the one who made the Oreo, right?
Yes. No,
Which
it's
is
the
the-
original Oreo.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, as far as I can see, doesn't that mean that the backstabbing brother won? The
Yes.
one who made Nabisco.
That's what I'm guessing he's going to.
That's
look at
just
these 2 cookies side by
dirty.
side. The circular shape, the flavorings, the colors, the filling, the biscuits, and that's not even mentioning the design. The name in the center, the ridged edges, the intricate floral-inspired pattern. It's safe to say that the Oreo was made to look like the
Well,
Hydrox.
the Hydrox
And
looks
even
better.
The name Oreo is a jab at Hydrox. It's a reference to the Oreo Daphne, a genus of flowering mountain laurels, just like the pattern on the Hydrox cookie. This, theorists, is the first dark secret at play here.
not that much
The
dark, though.
uncomfortable truth about America's favorite cookie, nay, the world's favorite cookie, is that it's an out.
Up until like what, 5 years ago, we didn't even have Oreos in Brazil, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, world's favorite cookies. I mean, not that we're the whole world, but we're
Yeah,
here.
but South America, I mean, it's getting hit right now.
Yeah,
But it's going to be.
it's gonna be the biggest one. Yeah, it's delicious. It's just about 3 times as expensive
Bro.
as everything else.
It killed Negresco. Negresco is a ripoff of Oreos.
Well, not Black with the white filling, yes, but flavor is different. Everything is different.
Very little different. Like,
But is it?
I think it's like I've stopped seeing it on the market.
Yeah, but it's still beloved.
Yeah, of course, it's our shit.
Yeah, yeah. So sad.
Right ripoff of the original Hydrox. Now, there's a fine line between unethical business and good business. Say what you will about Oreo's origins, but the fact of the matter is that it was followed up by decades and decades of good business decisions on Nabisco's part, and a lot of questionable ones on Hydrox's end. Today, the original sandwich cookie has faded into obscurity, while the imitator cookie is a beloved icon the world over, and that's all thanks to marketing. First, we have got to talk about the names here. I mean, why on earth would someone name their cookie the Hydrox?
Sounds nice.
Like, you might as well have named the thing hydrogen peroxide.
That sounds like medicine.
Elon Musk is
When you talk about
master of strange names, and even he wouldn't name his kid Hydrox. But what's crazy
We're named after something very, very much worse. Don't you know?
I don't know.
It's a lot of
I've heard it's
letters
weird.
and numbers. I don't know by heart, but it's weird. Poor
I'm
child.
going to not make the joke I was gonna make. But
Thank
since
God.
it's paused.
You can censor it and just show my reaction.
Wait.
easier than the name Hydrox is that Loose Wiles actually wanted for a chemical sounding name. They named it Hydrox to recall the purity of water, as in the chemical compound of hydrogen and oxygen. See, Hydrox hit the scene at a time when other food companies were literally putting stuff like chalk, sawdust, and even sulfuric acid into food products.
Sawdust? I mean, chalk is probably worse, but sawdust?
Acid? Sulfuric acid?
Oh, that went over my head. I was going to pause on the sulfuric acid.
Just let me see if I heard you right. Yeah, sulfuric acid.
So
Yep.
purity was a really appealing marketing claim, and for a time it worked. People loved their Hydrox, and
Purity.
Oreos operated at a loss for years. Perhaps Oreos would have gone the way of Hydrox, but then came the advertisements. You see, Hydrox was annoyed that Oreo copied their idea, and understandably so, but Loose Wile made the mistake of letting that pettiness creep into their ads. For decades, the Hydrox was presented to consumers not as a delightful, delicious snack, but as the first sandwich cookie. But who cares about being the first? It's about what you deliver to the person
I
buying
care.
It's about
you.
being
And while
good.
Hydrox was busy stamping their feet and whining about copycats, Oreos just emphasized the fact that they were fun to eat.
It's fun living on a ranch, but who's having the most fun? He's riding a pony, but they're eating Oreo cookies. Delicious Oreo cream sandwich.
Not to pile on here, but compare that
I wouldn't say that's good marketing though.
Today's standards, maybe. But, like, you seen the movies that scared people in these days?
It's different, but come on.
You got what I'm
Would
saying.
you like to ride a horse or
I'm
eat a
saying-
cookie that you can do anytime?
I'm just saying, I feel like the average smartness of a person has gone up in years, right?
Yes.
Is it
The
smartness?
Flynn effect.
The what?
Flynn effect.
Never heard of it.
It's about how the average IQ is going up, so we bring the number down, so it's always 100, but the 100 from before is lower than the 100 from now.
Oh,
It's
really?
not confirmed.
Yeah, it's just a theory.
Yeah,
But a theory in scientific terms is already very strong, right?
a mind theory. Just
That's fair enough.
outrageously wholesome
Wait,
slice
pause.
of Americana to this Hydrox commercial from the 80s.
You like a creamy center? Here's a creamy center. Thick, delicious, creamy, creamy.
Oh, no.
My name,
No,
Hydrox.
no.
Hydrox. Don't forget Hydrox.
Yeah, that one makes me really want to eat your cookie. So to recap what we just played,
Yeah.
that was a
Like,
television commercial.
The other one wasn't good, but this one is just not trying, though.
This is just purely bad. Why an old man though?
Why did it have to be a flasher? He's a flasher, bro. He's like, hey kids, you want some of this?
Some cream. That's some cookie. I don't want some milk.
Hydrox cookie reveals himself to the audience, then gets arrested for it. Anyway,
Bro,
hindsight is
the bar
20/20,
was-
and from where I'm
was-
sitting,
was-
It's pretty clear that Oreo had the stronger marketing strategy for like the entire 20th century. And the kicker is that Nabisco actually started charging more for Oreos in order to make Hydrox seem like the crummier cookie. Anyway, long story short here, Oreo managed to turn its lagging sales around in the mid 1950s, overtaking Hydrox to be the best-selling sandwich cookie, and they've never looked back since. But But despite being bested by Oreo at every turn, Hydrox always had one ace in the hole. Its recipe was kosher, whereas Oreos was not. The Loose Wiles company did make one smart move early in its founding. In 1924, they partnered with the Union of Orthodox Jewish Congregations of America to create the first kosher certification agency in the United States. Hydrox was one of the first to get approved. This move earned Hydrox a
Top
lasting
tier
commitment in the
move.
Jewish community, even to this very day. Now, let's take a moment to clarify what being kosher
smart.
actually means. If you're Jewish, you could probably skip ahead a minute
Thank
or
you,
two,
man.
or, keep watching to make sure that the Jewish
not.
researchers that I had working on this episode aren't speaking out of turn.
Bring that knowledge into my head again, because I've seen it in college. I don't remember. It was the first semester, like 2 years ago. Bring it. Illuminate my mind, bro.
In my
If
own
not,
words,
well-
give it to me, Matt. You can pass the play now.
Shalom Internet! Basically, the Jewish religion calls for its followers to follow kashrut, which is a set of dietary laws that describe what Jews can and can't eat and how they can eat it. In chapter 11 of Leviticus in the Torah, God gave Moses and his brother Aaron rules for the children of Israel. There are rules for everything that roams the earth, swims in the seas, and flies in the skies. But the only rule that applies here is this, quote, "Whatsoevereth parteth the hoof, and is wholly cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that may ye eat. Pigs have cloven hooves, but they do not chew their cud. Therefore, they are not kosher. That is why Oreos were historically considered treif, or non-kosher. The original recipe called for lard to give that white cream center its tasty, buttery texture. Lard is rendered from pig fat. That's right, what's that creamy stuff in the middle of an Oreo cookie? Well, amongst other things,
Disgusting.
I was thinking that. But I wasn't gonna pause to just say it.
I
You
did.
good though. The way you did it was better than me. Yes. It is quite this fucking gusting. But I mean, it probably doesn't taste like lard, you know? It's just,
It definitely
There.
doesn't. Bro, probably Traquinas does that.
you know, when we were dieting, and one day we found out, we didn't know it, but one day we found out that grandma made our beans with a shit ton of lard. That was a sad realization.
Yes.
Remember that? We
We
used to
already-
count calories, and then we were like, oh, fuck me.
Weird. That's why you're not getting skinnier faster.
We eat so many beans every day. Here in Brazil, rice and beans every day, most people.
It's a very good combination. It's like, you should try it and you should eat it because it's very healthy. Lots of fiber, good protein from the
Just, you
combination.
know, don't put lard in it.
Yeah, don't put lard, don't put bacon. Makes it taste perfect, but too fat, a lot of shit. Don't do it.
pig fat. Anyway, lard worked fine in the
Gluten
creamy
stuff.
for decades until the public started to get concerned about saturated fats, at which
How are you not laughing? Gluten stuff. Gluten? Piggy?
Oh, I wasn't gonna get that. I'm so sorry.
Fuck, you're so dumb. They delivered it into your mouth and you couldn't taste it.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not. That's why I'm not a rapper. I don't get the bars.
point Oreo adjusted its recipe to use hydrogenated vegetable oil instead. At that point, Oreo found themselves with a
Which is
cookie that
worse.
contained fully kosher ingredients, but they didn't have kosher certification because the kitchen and utensils used to prepare kosher food have to be cleansed as
Oh.
well. And for a company of their
Yeah.
size, obtaining that certification would be no small or inexpensive undertaking, as it meant Nabisco would need
very
to get
hard.
their factories kosherized, which, by the way, is apparently a real word. I looked it up. Nabisco knew the price tag of kosherization
To be
was
fair,
massive, but
the only
worth
thing
the
they could
cost,
make to
right?
make it
Who would
worse than
want
lard is using hydrogenated fucking fat.
Yeah, but it appeals to another audience, you know? Like, for health, it's worse. For marketing,
Yeah,
it's better.
Yeah. Oh, you're only using veggie fats,
Yeah.
bitch.
Wow. Now you die.
customers in the Jewish community? Well, it's not that clear-cut of a story. The market for kosher cookies is pretty teeny. Less than 2% of the US's population is Jewish, and a minority of those, only about 20%, actually keep kosher. Worldwide, there are about 14 million
sense, it's
Jewish
very hard.
people around the world in 2010, representing 0.2% of the global
I was thinking it was
population,
way too
and
low
of
to be
those,
worth it.
only 50% stay kosher. So at most, you're talking about maybe 7 million new customers for a cookie that is already dominantly the #1 cookie in the world. And yet, in 1994, Oreo pulled the trigger and began what's likely the most expensive corporate kosherization of all time. Why'd they do it? Well, it's not as though Oreo made their true intentions public knowledge. The company claims that it was all about ice cream. A lot of kosher certified ice cream companies apparently wanted
That ice cream looks bang, you know?
It does.
I really
It's
want
fucking
to try
good.
it.
It looks like Magnum.
Yeah, I was going
from
to say
over
that.
here. I forgot completely what I was gonna say.
Probably doesn't matter.
To partner with Oreo, but couldn't because the cookie brand wasn't certified. But really, the choice to go kosher came with an added benefit for Oreo, and this benefit was both business and personal in nature. The kosher niche market was pretty much the only thing that their old rival Hydrox had going for them at that point. By going kosher, Oreo realized that they might finally be able to put their nemesis Hydrox out of business for good, and that's exactly.
It's the story of how the younger brother fucked over the older
Yeah.
brother, destroyed him
Yeah.
completely,
That's
as
so-
if he were nothing.
You know, like, I learned from history. I'm different from, like, Germany. I don't get fucked by Russia, you know?
I see.
Let's start moving, bro. I'm too good. I'm too fast. I'm too smart. I'm too strong.
What happened. 4 years and tens of millions of dollars later, Oreo
We'll see.
finally got their kosher certification,
whole
and by
time you were talking to figure
2003,
that one line
Kellogg's,
out.
who owned Hydrox, stopped
I'm
making
clearly losing.
cookies altogether.
Bro, I think you just should quit. Just go behind the scenes and edit the videos for free forever.
Well, as the great philosopher Python would say,
You're useless.
Suck
Yes,
it.
I know. Hey, yo. Come on, deliver your line.
I was just gonna say suck it, but that's not.
Hydrox, the original sandwich cookie, had finally been done in by the copycat. That is, until a few years ago when Hydrox came back. In 2015, a small candy company that thrives on
shit.
nostalgia called
Shit.
Leaf Brands decided to bring back the original sandwich cookie. A return that would, go figure,
Never heard of
also
it.
come packaged with an $800 million complaint filed against Oreo's parent company, Mondelez International. And this, theorists, is the other dark secret that I teased earlier in the
company,
video.
I know.
Oreo, after all these years, is still allegedly playing dirty to kill off Hydrox. Only this time the battle's happening in the grocery
Still?
store cookie aisle. I mean, it sounds crazy, but since 2015, Leaf Brands have found example after example of Hydrox being hidden behind Oreo.
Yeah, we have no Oreos here. We're right. Like, compared to this.
Yeah, no, like they have Oreos of every single flavor imaginable.
Did you notice that it's growing? The Oreo part of the supermarket?
It is, but slowly.
Yeah, but there's a big part on Zafari from Fernando. Right
Yeah,
there.
it's growing.
It's fast.
Depends on what you consider fast.
Bro, market-wise.
Cause like it's been a few years, so I guess it's fast.
Packages being turned sideways on the shelf, being shoved to the back of the shelves, moved to the top shelves, pretty much anywhere
bottom.
except for where the consumer could easily see them. Why would that have anything to do with Mondelez International or Oreo brand? Because Mondelez is literally in charge of product placement on cookie shelves. That's right, these days big companies like Mondelez International, who spend a lot of money on in-store marketing, can actually become what's known as category captains for their aisles. This means that they decide how the shelves are laid out, not just for themselves, but
Interesting.
also, strangely enough, for their competitors, which is just like the most monopolistic thing out there. It is so insane. It'd be
Yes.
like letting Babe Ruth
It is a monopoly, though.
hire
Like, what would you
Yankee.
expect?
It's like letting a defendant judge his own trial. It's like letting Food Theory choose your suggested video feed. Okay, maybe that one isn't so bad. Furthermore, Mondelez has the resources to do direct store distribution, meaning they
I
send
mean, if it was Brazilian flair, I would agree. Food theory, it's okay, I guess.
But
It's not-
they gotta get us recommended. You know,
I-
you gotta be watching some food theory and like reacting to food theory. I want to figure out what that is.
It's not like we're stealing their content to make content and try to be big.
Easily. With
Not
zero
that
work.
easily, bro. We spent like an hour to do this.
Yes, that's fair.
I even bought something for the video, bro.
people to physically place the products on
really
shelves
that
rather than letting the store handle it. So when a certain product is regularly found hidden or out of place or in an inconvenient position, there's a good chance either the category captain or the person stocking the shelves is to blame. And in Hydrox's case,
I mean, out of
Mondelez
place
is
could be other
often
people.
both. Basically, these days, the grocery store is
Every
cutthroat and there's
single
no
one.
place for the little guy. So does this mean that Hydrox is doomed yet again? Has it slipped to the bottom of the milk glass and gotten soggy and inedible? Not so fast. If Hydrox wants to be the little brand that could, ironically enough, they just need to go back to their roots. Just like the cookie, this story is coming full circle. Remember how I said in the early 20th century consumers were really concerned about food purity because of the literal poisons that were being stuffed into the food that they were purchasing? And that's why Hydrox got their name? Well, today we seem to be going through that exact same process, asking ourselves what we're eating and if it's doing more harm than it's worth. And wouldn't you know it, but Leaf Brands is producing the reborn Hydrox using the original Loose Wiles recipe, which calls for all non-GMO ingredients, including real cane sugar and real vanilla. Realistically, Hydrox is gonna get way more bang for their buck advertising as a
Expensive as
healthier
fuck.
Expensive
alternative
but
to
impressive
Oreo,
as
rather
well.
than sticking with the same griping and borderline flashing that they'd been doing for decades.
Healthier. You listed 2 ingredients, bro. I need more.
Yeah, but he said all no GMO.
What is a GMO?
I'm not sure, but I'm guessing it's bad for you.
Bro, just guessing? I work
From
with
context,
but
you're the nutritionist, bitch.
I'm a Brazilian nutritionist. I don't know about GMO.
You definitely have GMO in Brazil.
GMO. You know, like,
Yeah.
The word-
the word changes.
yeah.
Yes, probably. Yes.
fucking hell.
And best of all, we know that
Please stop. I can see his cock.
I'm the dumb brother, ain't I?
Yeah, he was.
This is what people are gonna watch and they're gonna think of me. They're gonna be like, oh, so he's the smart brother, he's a dumb brother.
Yes.
strategy can work in the face of juggernauts like Oreo, Nabisco, and Mondelez. Let me introduce you to Tate's Bake Shop, a small brand of chocolate chip cookie that, in less than 20 years, broke through the crowded cookie market to give Mondelez, a company that made billions in the cookie aisle, a run for their money. The reason Tate's Bake Shop was so successful was that it was a premium product made with the same ingredients that you or I would use to make cookies. Chocolate chips, unbleached flour, butter, eggs, vanilla, you know, normal sounding stuff, not chemical names. And it worked. People were snatching them up, causing an upheaval in the chocolate chip cookie market strong enough to get Mondelez to purchase the
chemicals in
brand
his
for
ass.
$500
Sometimes
million
it's not even bad for
in
you.
2017. Hydrox has the same advantage.
But it's
so use
rarely
it.
gonna
Why
be
not
better
try
than the
something
one that
different?
doesn't have
And
chemicals,
if you don't
right?
mind, might I say
Depends on what you're talking, bro.
Cookies.
I don't know. You need to prove like that that shit is bad. People assume that it's bad just because they don't understand. There's something wrong with like, oh, it's natural, so it's good. It's not like how the world works, bro. It's not because it's a plant that won't harm you.
Yeah, I know, but like in theory, most of the times it is, right?
Why? You see, you don't know why. You just impregnate in your mind like
You're good.
chemical shit. It's
Good,
bad
good,
for you.
God, good. I'll give you that.
Bro, I was a chemistry student for once,
Oh, yeah.
and I've got to learn about this stuff. Like medicine, it's chemicals and save lives.
Yeah. Yes.
Like we can talk about some poisonous plants if you want. They're gonna kill you.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
People grab to natural like it's something magic. It's not. Even so, like there's a lot of natural medications that are useless.
Yeah. Natural medications are a lot of them useless.
Yeah.
How do I say homeopathy
just
English?
starting
I don't know.
with the
Homeopathy?
name.
I don't
But hey, speaking of
try
fresh,
it.
healthy ingredients, maybe you should try something different today, like HelloFresh, the sponsor of today's episode. Theorists, do you want 12 free
Yeah,
meals
bro. delivered? Nope. Do you say anything more? Nope.
Like all the respect, I'm not the one getting sponsored by
Yeah.
HelloFresh.
Sorry, bro.
Love you, Matt. But I just, when they sponsor me, then I'll leave both sponsorships on the
Yeah,
video.
yeah,
Yours
sure.
and there and make it double.
Double. Or just leave yours, so it's
So
ours.
it's gonna be better. Yeah,
Yeah.
But as of now, I just
So-
gotta like it. Yeah, you gotta
Just subscribe, but
and click the bell.
all
Here,
notifications.
all notifications,
And
guys.
Irreparável, tô viciado na parada, fé pra mano, isso é irreparável. Quero ser dono da rua, tipo Cebolinha, eu sou incansável. Bolei um plano infalível só pra ficar rico, é inevitável. Tem algo errado comigo, gosto do perigo me é palatável. Tô viciado na parada, fé pra mano, isso é irreparável. Quero ser dono da rua, tipo Cebolinha.